it's live on YouTube. And then what happens is when people start watching the show, they'll
Uh-huh.
comment. They'll comment. Okay.
And how
Uh,
can I give it to my people so they know?
that's what you do. You give them the channel. You'll see the channel there. See,
Yeah.
you give them the channel, which is Hamilton Radio One, and the Dr. Gina show is going to be on there.
So
And then,
you'll post, can you tag me in it when you post it so it
well,
goes up?
I can tag you in the show when we start it. I can't tag you
Okay.
before we start it. That's the only problem.
Okay. But when we start it, you can.
I don't know why it's going infinity on top of infinity. It's like this stuff is crazy.
All
But
right.
anyway, that's how that works.
So
So
when you start it, it'll post on my Facebook page.
right, 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 exactly. And anything that you no, I'll send it to your Facebook page. I don't have to tag you. I'll send it to you. But when the show is up and done, then I'll tag you on the show, and then you can
Oh,
do whatever you
so
want.
so before we start, how do I advertise it for my people?
Facebook page, your Facebook page, it'll be on. I'll put it on the. We have 3 or 4 other pages that we have. We have on the Radio Family, have on the radio shows.
And
Go ahead.
you'll give me the link so I can put it on my Instagram and
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah. If they join the page, it'll just pop up. So it's like a notification. Dr. Gina's live right now. I mean, right now there's 10 people watching us. Believe it or not, there's 10 people.
Oh man, I didn't know anyone was going to watch us. I
Yeah,
didn't.
it's
It's
okay.
just Gene. I'm putting on my hat. I'm just.
Yeah, it's a test. You're all good. You're all good. But no, that's pretty much how it works. We just take off from here.
So
It's
before the show, I'll have the link so I can give it to the Instagram and Facebook people.
yeah, you can send. I mean, like I said, you can literally send them the link for YouTube. It's actually youtube.com/Hamilton Radio One. I'll send it to you when we're done. But that's the link, and then when it goes live, you get the live notification. It's live, so they can go watch it on YouTube. They can watch it on Facebook. They can watch it. If you take take the show and put it on Instagram, and then all the other places too, TikTok or wherever you want to put it, you can do that yourself. Just get
I
the
can
link.
do that just by saying tune in at 7 o'clock to Hamilton Radio.
Yeah, well, it's going to be on the radio station too.
Okay.
See, the best part about this is I'm by the radio, so it's going to go on the radio as well. So you
Okay.
get a lot of coverage everywhere. Now you got 11 people.
You can see the people that are watching it?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's so when we ask them to take questions, you'll be able to see what they write because I can't see anything.
Well, I'll tell you. So you got to remember, if we got listening audience here, I got questions on the bottom. So it says questions, and then all information is for entertainment purposes only. It's what it says.
Okay.
So when we get questions, I will say, Dr. Gina, we have a question from the audience. What is your question? And then I'll look at it, read it, and that's good for you, but it's also good for the people that are listening because they can't see what we're doing.
Right. We can't see. All right. This will be challenging because I'm technically, I'm challenged, social media challenged.
once you do 1 or 2, you're like, oh my God, this is so easy. It will be that easy. It won't be hard. I guarantee it won't be hard.
Yeah. You're on your computer, right? Your laptop?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had to buy a new computer last night because, again, I got shows. I got to get this show. I got Doc's show. I got my other friend Doc. Goes on at 9 o'clock tonight. I got to send him this show. His information.
I got to bring my computer somewhere to get it shaped up. So, because right now it's behind on all the browsers. I'll get it fixed. So we
got to get that situated. My friend might be able to do it for you, but he doesn't. He's not free. It's not free,
Right, and he's far. There's got to be a computer shop around me right now.
Well, people that you trust or people that you know. I mean, it all depends. He does Ubering, so he drives all over the place. So,
Yeah, all I got to do is update my browser. Anybody can do it, except for me.
You might. What kind of computer do you have?
I have an Air, a Mac Air.
Oh, it's Mac.
Yeah.
So Macs are very hard to use for this program. I think it's because of Windows issue.
Yeah,
Um,
it is. That's why I'm on my phone, because they got all the security blocks.
yeah, and of course Chrome doesn't work on Mac very well, even though some do have it. I have some friends that have it on their MacBooks.
Yeah, so I guess I'll be using my phone. So it is what it is for now.
It's
I have
okay.
I have an old Dell somewhere, and I bet you that would work. But we'll see. We'll use it and see how we go. So
Yeah, yeah, and then what we'll do is we'll take. I said, like I said, people. We have any questions from the audience for
mhm.
Dr. Gina? Now, Dr. Gina, tell everybody exactly, because this is the test. We're going to go through the test, but tell everybody kind of what you do and your expertise and what you're good at and what you do.
Okay. It's so weird because I can't tell who's out there, who's watching, but so this show with me, Dr. Gina, and my producer co-host Doc G, we're going to talk about all things that I do. So I'm a psychic medium, I'm an evidential medium. So I'm going to talk about all things paranormal. I'm a paranormal investigator. I'm also an energy worker, a life coach. So we're going to combine that all into what my business deals with, and animal communication. And we're going to talk about all different topics that you can ask questions for. For example, our first show is going to be about signs, and I'm going to talk about some of the places I investigated. So Shanley Hotel is one of the places in New York, and I'm just going to talk about, that was my last investigation that I had done professionally, was the Shanley, before I stopped doing investigations, because I went through a little medical journey here, which we'll talk about with the healing and stuff. And then we're going to talk about signs, how your loved ones, your angels in heaven send you signs. And Gene and I earlier spoke about some of the things that he's been through. So we're going to talk about that, and then I'm going to let the audience ask me questions. And then sometimes if we're doing a show and I'm talking about sessions or readings, I won't be doing mediumship on this type of avenue because it's difficult. The energy doesn't allow me to do it for some reason, but I will be able to do psychic, and I will do energy and psychic questions here. And if some of the angels and loved ones come through, they will. But again, this media here, I'm not sure, but we'll try. We'll see how that goes.
Well, the thing is, and you know this too. If a spirit or spirituality wants to work in any media, it really does not matter. They're going to get their point across no matter what.
Right.
So, it,
But I don't know if I'm going to be able to randomly go and channel and pick up people's loved ones. I call it ghost fishing. And I can do it when I'm in a gallery and I have people in front of me, but via social media, I don't have the energy. I can't see the person. It's not going to be as good, I believe. But we'll
wow,
see.
I thought you can sometimes, if you have a visual or something with them, or when they're asking questions, you can
It,
kind of get that from their comment and
it
also what they're feeling.
we could be, but again, I've never done it this way before, so
You
I
see?
don't know.
No.
I'm not sure if this will be the first time that I've never done it this way before. So we can see. We're going to test it out. I'm not making any statements, as I can tell you. If you come to one of my events or one of my shows, you're going to get an amazing mediumship. Will you get it via this? I'm not sure yet because I never did it this
Right,
way.
right.
So
But the point is, if you've done it at these events, and I've watched. You've been amazing with some of the people. I mean, you've touched their lives. You've made some people feel good. knowing that the person on the other side is still looking out for them and watching them. I get that from my mom and my dad,
Mm-hmm.
um, who, I was close with my mother more than my dad because my dad's abusive. But, um,
So let
I,
me tell you something about that, Jean. You know how you just said you were close with your mother and not your dad. So it's funny, sometimes I find like somebody wants to come and speak with their mother and maybe they weren't close to their father, but their father comes through very strong. So you might have had a soul contract with your father that in this life you wouldn't have been, you would have gave each other trouble. But he's on the other side with the soul contract and he's your soul person and they come through and people are like, well, I didn't even want to talk to him. I didn't get along with him. But that was his job as a soul. And that was your soul contract and his. So it's funny that you brought that up, but I see that often when I talk to past loved ones.
no, and you're right about that too, because like I said, I forgive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't forget, but I forgive. And, we decided to move forward, whatever. And if he wants to guide me and help me, with my family and my kids and what I do and different things like that, I kind of feel like I'm being guided that way anyway. So
For sure. We all are.
it's
So I'm
all good.
drinking from my red Solo cup, team, but trust me, it's only water. So it's water, guys. I use the plastic cups so my cat don't knock over the glasses.
Yeah, and you're a person. Well, see, there's another thing. I do Rock to Adopt. It's
Yes.
one of my friends is doing that Rock to Adopt for the cats and the dogs in up North Jersey. And what's interesting is they're really grown over the years. Oh, what a cute cat! Oh, adorable.
This is Pumpkin. You'll see them all throughout
How
my
many
show.
how, how many do you have?
I have, well, I'm a crazy cat lady, but I have three of my inside cats and three feral cats that I'm trying to integrate little by little. So you, you'll hear all the stories, but that's great because I am an animal communicator and I do animal healings as well. So I was the pet psychic on this. If anyone ever heard of the show Rescue Inc., it was in Long Branch. It was about a bunch of bikers that went around and saved animals. So I was their pet psychic. I used to go to their conventions and tattoo conventions and events and things. So I started as a love psychic, relationship psychic, and then I went into do the pet psychic, and then it just keeps evolving. And with this cancer journey that, thank you, God, I went through, a lot of healing came from this because I had a lot of isolation for 2 years in the hospital. So a lot came out from this journey too. A lot of things, a lot of messages, a lot of signs to get back with Doc G. It's timing. And we were starting to do something. And then I
Sure.
started to feel off and sick. And next thing you know, I was diagnosed with cancer. And so everything went on hold for a while. But thank God I'm here and I'm coming back. And we'll definitely talk about that journey and how intuition, God, and talking to spirit has helped me to be where I am for sure.
No,
That'll
that's
be one
good.
of the topics.
No, that's good because a lot of people that I know are on that journey right now. Either recovering from something or they're going through something, and they're trying to heal within that time frame. Um, the most important thing you have to do is dedicate that time to your healing and learn from your problem or whatever health issue, whatever it is, and try, so you either, like with me, I altered my health, but I also kind of fixed the problem I had because I had a carotid artery. It was 98% clogged. And if I didn't do something about it, I may not be here today. So I tried to alter my body by changing my diet, which is number one, and changing your stress level, number two, and then also more exercise and trying to walk more and getting your blood pressure down, and all important things, all factors that are important of our healing.
Yeah. took all those into the account, but the main thing that got me through it was Jesus, who I talk to every single day.
God bless
And
you.
I put those three in there, but I remember I talked to him through everything. Then I remember coming to something years in, and I was listening to different things doctors were saying and everything. And finally, I just remember coming home crying, just being like, Jesus, take the wheel. And not long after that, remission came. So I give all the glory to Jesus. By his stripes we were healed. And because of that, I believe that's why I'm healed, for
That's a
sure.
that's a beautiful thing. I mean, to let go of everything and just let God take over. Jesus take over. It's a hard thing. Most of us can't do it, but when it's your time and you have to, you have to.
Yeah, and I went through some of these. That little cat that you just met, I came home from, I just had my stem cell transplant and I could barely walk. And I was in my house and I heard a bunch of people outside. So I went out front and I heard this cat screaming, and this Uber lady was pulled over. And she's like, and all the neighbors were trying to get this cat from her car. It was in her grill because it was October, it was cold, it was probably trying to stay warm. And
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, oh my God. She said, well, I needed to work. I heard the cat, and so the poor little cat's up there. And then all the neighbors were helping. Another guy jacked up the car. And then my neighbor and me were under the car, and then we pulled her out, and it was like a brand new baby. I got handed the baby. And I was like, I could barely take care of myself, and I got handed, it was like being handed an angel.
Well, we
And
got
then,
two people. Hold on, Gina. We got two people out there just saying hi. One is good evening, Nikki Love, and Ron Presley, a good guy that's usually on a couple other shows that we do here. He says congratulations to you.
well, thank you. I guess, my people will hopefully tune in when I put it up that I'm there. But it's nice to meet new people. Hi, guys. Nice to meet you.
See, that's
Hopefully you'll be there for our
that's
show.
that's the best thing, Gina, that happens, because what happens is everybody overflows to somebody else's show. So what
Uh-huh.
we learn from that is at different days, different times have different people because they're available, but also different people watch and learn. And
Mm-hmm.
as they hear what you're saying or contribute to what you're saying or understand because they've lost loved ones or they've had, family members that have passed away a certain way or something like that, they always want to find out what is the reason that it happened and how can I know that they're watching over me and guiding me.
Yeah. Well, all different signs, but just to give you, because I'll be talking about signs on our first show, so I don't want to go too much into it. But just to give you an idea, when I was in the hospital for the first 6 rounds of chemo, you're in for like 5 days straight, 24 hours hooked up to chemo. Then you go home for a couple weeks. You have outpatient, then you come in, and this lasts for 6 months. This was my first round. So I was all by myself. I don't have family or anything. I have two cousins and one that was available, but she was far away. So I basically did everything myself. I had a friend, halfway through, she was able to drive me to some of the appointments, but she couldn't really be there because she had a bunch of stuff going on, but she did drive me. But being alone, I used to talk to my grandmother. My grandmother signed for me as bobby pins because she used to set her hair in bobby pins.
Right?
So in the hospital, I'd be walking in the hallway and I'd randomly find like a bobby pin in the hallway or a bobby pin on the floor, like weird places, just to let me know she's there because I needed someone with me. So they're signs. They give you signs. And then, I don't want to go too much. I could talk so much. That's why I want to save my signs. And this is just our test, you know, test
And now,
video.
yeah, let everybody know when we can hear you um, this week again. What?
Um, we're going to do Monday nights, right? But this Thursday we're going to do?
Yeah, we're going to do this Thursday night at what we said, 7, right?
We 7, or
7,
we said 7:30 on Thursday.
7:30. 7:30.
And then after that, we're going to do 7 o'clock on Mondays for
Yeah.
the regular. But
Well,
this one,
here's the thing. You can do 7 o'clock if you want to on Thursday too. It's up to you.
yeah, I'd rather do 7.
Okay.
7's good. I'm an early to bed person. I'm still on hospital time, where you finally go to sleep after the last rounds of the doctors at 5 o'clock, and then you get woke up 5 a.m. for the blood. So
Yes, I can't sleep at night. I'm up all night. I was woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to bathroom, get up, and I get up again at 5 o'clock, go to bathroom, get up again 7 when my daughters get up, then go to bathroom, and it's all day long. I get maybe like a 2 hour sleep at night.
I had that problem, when I was in the hospital, because all the fluid and everything, and it's difficult. But now, thank you, God, I sleep, and my cat, Pumpkin, she sleeps. She knows it's her bedtime, and the boy cats, they get shut out. It's just girl time, meaning Pumpkin. We watch movies, then we go to sleep. So I'm excited to do this show and, really get to know new people, new audiences, some of your people. And hopefully I'll learn how to post it on my page.
I just sent it to you. It won't let me post to your page, so you might want to try to fix that if you can.
Okay.
But I just sent you the link on your Facebook, so you can share that. And then the other thing with that is, I want to put you in all the groups.
You might want, mine's like, you might want to update your browser. Okay. Yeah, I will have to figure out how to figure that out. So that's okay. I'm going to be a technology expert by the time we're into the 5th or 6th show. I will be there. That's the hard thing about doing what I do is, I see here it says share now. Okay. One of the hard things about doing this is you really need to have a social media presence. A lot of psychic mediums do TikTok, and there's some who do cards, or a lot of them do stuff, and they have huge followings and things like that. And for me, it's difficult. I'm not really, I'm trying to make myself be out there, but it's not something I'm comfortable with. And, people can just get on there and post and talk and da. And I try to show you a little bit of my life, regular Gina from the block, my friends say, Snow White when I'm talking to, I try to show you little aspects of my life, but I have to do better. And this is the start.
But you're kick ass in karate, I see, or whatever. What is it you're taking?
Jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu. Okay. Yeah. I took that years ago when I was a kid.
Yeah.
What's your belt in that?
Black.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I
love martial arts. I trained Muay Thai for many years too. I believe Muay Thai really helped me because of everything I learned, to just perseverance, really. As you're in pain, you're exhausted, you're thirsty, whatever it is, when you're in Muay Thai class, you're in it. Jiu-jitsu, you get a little break every now and then between rounds, but it teaches you how to be under pressure, how, to protect yourself. Yeah, martial arts raised me, and it really helped me in life. It still does. I train as much as I can, for sure.
That's amazing. I have to reach out to our friend Ralph Macchio and William Zapka, Martin Cove, and everybody from Cobra Kai, and let them know that you got a new show coming on. Maybe that can get you to endorse it.
Yeah. I teaching kids camp. I work as a doctor of occupational therapy. I got my doctorate in autism, and I did my master's thesis on autism and jujitsu and how it really helped people. Oh, there's Sandy. I can see Sandy.
My wife's saying hi.
Yeah,
I
I
told her
see
to
her.
come down and talk, but she didn't want to.
I see her. Hi, Sandy. It's funny because I finally seen a comment. Hi,
Yeah,
Sandy.
she said hi,
Sandy's
Gina.
a great person.
Yeah,
So glad
she
to
loves
see
you.
you.
She loves you. Absolutely loves you.
I
She,
love Sandy. It's so
we,
good to see you.
my whole family loves you. You know that. And
I
I told you what happened when we left that in the day, right? Our dog passed away.
I know. I know. He was passed away. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Right out on the couch. We came home and he was just gone.
When our pets, it's terrible. When I was going
Right.
through this, my pet, Germany, passed. He was 17, and it's just terrible. They're our family. They're our
Yeah,
family. Did you get
absolutely.
another dog, Jean?
I didn't want another one. That's the second dog I had, and after that dog, that was a rescue dog from my good friend Muggsy in another state, and she sent that dog up here to me because he said I would have taken good care of it, and I tried to. I really did. I mean, just
You
to have.
did good.
What's that?
You did good. You were a great dog dad.
I don't know. My back was hurting a lot of times. I couldn't walk him. He wanted to be walked. He wanted to just go out and run and have fun and enjoy life. And I really didn't let him do that. I kept him closer to me, but at the same time, he was like pinned up, caged up, you know?
Well, it's better than being in a cage in a shelter.
I know, but I still feel there's a lot of tremendous guilt I feel because my one daughter says, Dad, you should have walked him more. I said, yeah, but my back was hurting. I couldn't really walk him, and he would pull. He
Yeah.
was one of them dogs that would pull you.
Yeah.
And my wife took him out one time. She said he pulled her all over the friggin' place. He was
Hmm.
very strong, and he pulled.
Yeah. Yeah. I've I have a friend, and we saved a dog, and she has, like, she's little and she had a bad neck, and now she's got a yard, so the dog can run in the yard. So that's good.
We have a yard, and he ran right out of the yard. Yeah, we've lost him a couple times, but anyway, not talking about the dogs. Just overall, um, I could see that people are going to be interested in your show. I'm getting the numbers are going up already. I'm watching the numbers go up, and I hope Sandy,
Um,
can you tell people about Dr. Gina's show because she's going to be talking about a lot of different things. Sandy joined us late, so we're going to be talking about what farm. We're going to be talking about your what.
we're talk about my cancer journey and how I healed, and I'm not a Bible um, church expert, but I'm going to definitely add that in because it's a big part of my life. Um, and we're going to talk about martial arts. We're going to talk about autism. We're going to talk about animals. We're going to talk about spirit. We're going to talk about angels. We're going to talk about past loved ones. We're going to talk about energy and psychic. And who knows what else we're going to talk about.
And the thing is, remember, you can always share that link with somebody else that might be a guest co-host that wants to join in and maybe tell stories about what happened to them or people that
You're
you.
pushing my technology limits now, Sensei.
No. You just tell me their email, reach out to them, and I'll send them the link.
Okay, well, we can do that. That'll be fun too.
Yeah, there's no limit to as long as you can get on and you have a camera or a phone.
Mm-hmm.
This will work pretty much.
Okay.
90%
Well, there's a
will.
lot to come. The beginning stages, audience just has to get used to this. Know that I drink from a red Solo cup. It's kind of a little bit hood. That's why my friends call me, when I'm not in channel, I'm just regular Gina. So sometimes my clients will call me and they'll be like, can we talk to Gina from the block, just regular Gina, for a little while? Because they want to hear about me too. And when I go into channel and I start their session, regular Gina stays, and I intercede here and there. But sometimes we just talk to regular Gina. That's who you're talking to now.
So when you channel, that's when you get into your psychic medium
Mhm.
thing with the spirits. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah. Once
Okay.
I go into a channel, my energy goes to the other side and I start to channel. Yeah. But otherwise, I try to live in the human as often as I can
Okay. Okay.
and just be me. So you get a little mix. And I got my doctorate degree. I'm a therapist. So when my clients use me, I'm like, I'm your therapist that talks to angels. So you got a little mixture, a therapist with a spiritual twist.
Right. Well, send me here's what you have to do. Send me all your links that are professional. So when I do the show, I can pop the links up on there so people from YouTube, Facebook, and also the radio will be able to either see them or hear them.
Okay. I
That's
will.
what one part of this software I like. It's
Uh-huh.
easy to promote or advertise on it.
So
It
you
really,
want me to send you my YouTube, my Facebook, and my Instagram,
yeah,
my TikTok?
yeah, yeah.
All right. And like I only got like 6,000 followers. I'm not on this at all. I
You
have to
you're
be.
gonna you're gonna you're gonna grow that so fast with your knowledge and what you do. Here's somebody here says, "Hey, hi, hi, Gina. Say hi to
Oh,
her." Vicky
yeah,
Lynn.
she's my friend. She's my client, Vicky. And Vicky's been to some of my live events. I
Well,
guess it posted there.
there you
Um,
go. You got a
awesome.
couple people already.
Love. I look forward to the new journey. I can see comments now.
See, that's cool. Good. That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's going. I'm so excited to really touch base and grow because unless I'm doing an event, then when I'm doing an event, it's an hour and a half on in channel. But this way, I can connect to people and be a little more personal here and there. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited. And
Yeah.
again, whoever's listening, Vicky says, I have enjoyed all your events. Well, thank you, Vicky. Thank you for coming. Um, I will be here Thursday, guys. We're doing a 7 o'clock show this Thursday, but after that, just know the regular will be Monday at 7.
Yeah. We believe Mondays will be the best day for us, for her and I, only because there's really nothing else on Monday other than my other Doc Friend show, which is coming up at 9 o'clock, guys. Doc Wiedemann is coming up at 9 o'clock, and he's going to be talking about hopefully a lot of helpful things, and we'll see.
Hamilton Radio is growing so much, you're not going to be able to expend yourself that much.
Tell my wife that I'm already expanded to the point where
Sandy's going to have to jump on here. She's going to have to jump in. It's a family affair
it's, uh,
and
it's
take over some stuff because there's so much happening here. And the music, like Hamilton Radio has, you specialize in a lot of old rock, right?
yeah, it's oldies, but it's also classic rock. It's
Uh-huh.
more of you know local artists that you see on the street all over the world that I've
Hmm.
been doing for 30 years. I still play
Yeah.
a lot of their earlier stuff too. If people request whatever they want to request, if I have it, I play it. If I don't, then I tell them to send it to me, and then
Uh-huh.
I just play it. That's it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of a mixture. It's exciting. And, whoever, if anyone's listening, I don't even know how many people is here are listening, but I will say this probably often, but right into Doc G, if anyone has a restaurant or a venue and they want to do a live event with us, we will do that. So,
Yeah, reach out. I mean, reach out, guys. I mean, you never know. I mean, never know. I could get somebody to fill in for me, and then I could, maybe do something with you or work together. I
yeah,
know my,
we can
my
go
daughter.
live from the event. So that's something we want to grow with too. So just keep that in mind. I'll be mentioning it here and there.
And you only need a laptop to go live. Really, that's all you need today.
Yeah. Um, like I said, I'm a little challenged and I have a hard time sticking myself out there, but it is what it is. So we have I see another comment there.
Go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
Can you read it?
Sure. Ron Presley says both me and my brother Randy need healings. I have multiple back issues. Sorry about that. Neck issues, wrist issues, feed issues, too much pain, and my brother is dealing a lot of stomach pain. Wow, that's a lot, Ron. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, I definitely hope to be able to do some healings here. I've healed animals and successfully had a lot. I just started with really putting it out there for people with myself. So we're gonna we're gonna see how that goes as well, for sure. We
Awesome.
are. Yeah,
Awesome.
we'll talk about that. That'll be on a topic too. I will talk about healing and add some of my stuff in and recommend some of the things that I've done for sure.
Yeah, I'd
So
like people to write in and ask me questions too, because if you can ask me the questions, I can get it to the host, or I can bring the questions up during a session, either with Dr. Gina, Dr. Wiedemann, or any of the hosts that we have here. Because it's important to to address your complaints, and we'll do whatever we can the way we can. Holistic doctors or psychic mediums or whatever. I mean, we can get the answers for you one way or another.
it's well-rounded here. Well-rounded for sure.
Yeah, and it's important. It's important because the media is not going to let a lot of stuff go out. What we want to say, they're not.
Hmm.
They're not pro holistic doctor. They're not pro herbalistic healers. They're not pro, you know, understanding people when it comes to, psychic mediums.
So people say to me all the time, why did you go through such extensive chemo and you do that? I believe in a lot of natural things. I do. Everyone knows that. But I definitely believe in medicine and doctors for sure. I do. I'm not anti-doctors. I didn't get COVID shots. I won't get COVID shots. Definitely was strong on that. But I do believe in doctors, they're sent here through God too. They have a mission. You know, I do. I believe in them. So I got a little bit of both beliefs going on.
Well, that's okay. I mean, because there are a lot of great doctors out there.
My
Really.
doctors were amazing, and I'm blessed to have them. I went to MD Anderson in Cooper and Camden, and then I had my stem cell at um, Robert Wood Johnson, and I just was blessed with amazing doctors for sure.
And
So
the main thing, the main thing is you're still here.
yeah, and I'm here. And I went through extreme chemo and stem cell, and yeah, there's downfalls, but I'm here. Yeah, and God does what God can, but God can do miracles, but I do believe in medicine. I
Hmm.
do. And I read a lot of things where people say, oh, don't get chemo, da, 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 da. Man, I just say every case is different. Just don't be putting it out there. You're scaring people. You know, I believe in it at times. Not all the time, but at times, for sure.
Yeah, I believe limited quantities of certain things is probably good for you, and then there are certain things that are not good for you.
Yeah.
And
And every case is different and it's
I'm not
individual.
I'm not going to say who's good for what and what's not good for what. I don't know.
Right.
Only God knows. Only God knows.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but with that said, we're going to see you guys again on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Halda Radio 1, YouTube, and our Facebook channel, and of course, many other Facebook channels, Dr. Gina's channel, hopefully as well, and on the radio. And any last things you want to say, Dr. Gina, before we say
Well, I
goodbye?
would say, all the new people and all the people that may have seen me or know me, I'm excited to bring some past information and some new information, hopefully helping people and healing people and helping people. And I'm very excited to do it with Doc G, who's an amazing person, and his
Oh, thank
family.
you.
and I'm blessed, and I think this is going to help a lot of people.
I feel the same way. I really do. I think it's anything that we can do as a media that can put information out there that can help and heal people in so many different ways is what we need to do. And that's
Right.
why I avail the radio station for that ability to do. And to get such fine people like you, Dr. Wiedemann, and my good friend Chance, and other people, you guys are just amazing. And number one hook up with me, but that's amazing.
You're amazing. We all, energy attracts to energy. So, yeah, let's make a difference. And you do the Rock to Adopt, which I'm very excited about hearing more about that. And
Sure. Yeah.
trying
I got to get
to,
back to Lee about that too because she wants to do some other shows. But yes, that's going to be in September. And I'll send you more information about it. It's rocktoadopt.org, I believe. And we usually do some promotions for them as well. So see everybody on Thursday night, God
okay.
willing.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you
Okay.
for everybody being here as well. Bye-bye.
And when we hang up, Jean, I lose you, so I'm going to call you.
Now,
Okay.
you won't lose me. I'm just going to shut the show down. You'll
Oh,
be fine. You just stay where you're at.
okay.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay.